So let's say the Proud Boys said we're going to shut down the FBI, and they went and they formed a human obstructive wall in front of the entry and exit to the Washington field office of the FBI, and they attacked anybody coming and going. How many nights do you think that situation would persist for? Not even one, let alone over 100. We all understand this to be true. So to your other question...
We all understand this to be true. Jesus. Funny he would mention Proud Boys here. Proud Boys is top of the mind for Miller. It might sound a bit conspiratorial. I suspect the reason he paused and then said Proud Boys is because there are a few other relatively high-profile right-wing militias that you haven't seen at all in recent months, and it's because they were recruited by DHS. That when DHS did their massive recruitment wave at the start, so they had enough people to commit this war, war of attrition with the American public, they did so with a bunch of these Patriot Front, 3%ers, whatever, and they probably didn't do it as much with the Proud Boys because the Proud Boys were probably the most Fed compromised of those groups. It's barely even a conspiracy. Yeah, it's one of the reasons why they insist on having everyone wear masks. Like, they're really, really... Like, do you really think they give a fuck if ICE agents get doxxed? They don't give a shit about their own people. Also, they're trying to lure you in with, like, sign-up bonuses. They really think that the fucking troglodytes that are buying this are concerned about something as abstract and externalized as if you show up without a mask on your face, you might get doxxed. They can't think that far ahead, and they would do it for free. No, I think the masks are because a lot of these people are known neo-Nazis, white supremacists, militia members, J6ers, etc. And my guess is that Kristi Noem and probably Stephen Miller and some other officials swooped around a bunch of these terror groups and pulled them up, and they're terrified of them getting unmasked because it would actually make them look pretty bad if it turned out all these ICE agents are like known Nazi militia members. That would probably be pretty bad. What do you mean Proud Boys are Fed compromised? The Proud Boys are like a notorious... They're like lol cows, basically. Of all the like right-wing militia groups, they were the most a joke. Like, they were a boys club that was made up entirely of like YouTubers and federal informants. They weren't one of the serious right-wing militias. They weren't like Atomwaffen or whatever. They weren't one of the like real ones. The Proud Boys were just loud because they had a big social media presence.